If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. When we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. Stop existing. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. This is my favorite song. This is my favorite song in the whole world. This is my favorite song of all time. Woo! This is my life inspiration. Make it a better place. Oh, for you and for me and the entire human race. MJ's death day was this past week, the 25th. Make it for you and for me. What's going on? What's going on? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. How y'all doing? Peace and love. Peace and love. Happy Soulful Sunday. It is another Sunday. It is another Sunday. Another Soulful Sunday here on Sunday Light. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Come on in. Come on in. Come on into the chat. Come on into the show. Come on into the show. We are live. We are live. We are live. Another Sunday. Another message. Another week past. Another week preparing for. Another opportunity to be great, another opportunity to align with our purpose, another opportunity to fulfill our life mission, another opportunity to love, another opportunity to be loved. Every day we wake up is another opportunity, my brothers and my sisters, to live and to have life and to have it more abundantly and to be tapped into the times and to be locked in on the mission, right, on some goals, to be focused, to have fun, to laugh, to joke, to celebrate, to travel, to eat good food. You guys know I like eating good food. All right. But yeah, we back again. We are going to burn some sage. We got a fan on. We're gonna cut this fan off real quick. Pardon me. Cut that fan off real quick so we could light some sage and get into today's discussion, get into a nice prayer, and then get into the day's discussion, today's topic, the future of America is now. That is what we're talking about this Sunday. The future of America is now. Gonna burn some sage. Say a prayer. Peace, 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 peace. As we burn the sage, we think about the life that we want to create, the community, the world that we want to live in, that we want to build, not only for our children and future generations, but for now, for today, for this week, for this month, immediately, expeditiously. As I burn the sage, I sit here and I think as I ponder the topic of the week, the topic of the day, the future of America is now. I want to say a special prayer. I want to say a special prayer. I want to pray for our brothers and sisters on the front lines. Ensure that our communities have what they need. I want to pray for our brothers and sisters on the front lines resisting oppression, resisting fascism, resisting racism, resisting sexism, resisting classism. I want to say a special prayer for my brothers and my sisters on the front lines who put their bodies on the line, who put their livelihoods on the line to ensure that Americans are protected, not only from foreign invaders, but from the domestic terrorists, from the oppressive governments, from the terroristic police forces. I pray for our brothers and sisters. I pray for our brothers and sisters out there finding a way to make a way, feeding their communities, providing educational resources for their communities, providing language resources and housing resources for their communities. I pray for our brothers and sisters who are going against the status quo to ensure that the people who they love, the people in their families, the people in their neighborhoods have their basic needs met. I'm saying a special prayer this morning for our brothers and sisters who sacrifice a lot, who sacrifice their own lives, their freedom, and their livelihood for the sake of community, for the sake of humanity, for the sake of a better world. I pray for those brothers and sisters. I pray for those brothers and sisters. I pray for them. I pray for them. I pray for those brothers and sisters who operate in spaces where they are not valued, they are not seen, they are not heard, yet they fight. They fight quietly. They fight silently. They fight in their own way, but they know that they are fighting for a better world. I pray for those brothers and sisters. I pray for those brothers and sisters who take time away from their families to engage in their communities. I pray for those brothers and sisters who, in the face of extreme challenges, financial challenges, health challenges, relationship challenges, they still show up for their community. They still show up for the mission. I pray for those brothers and sisters. I pray for those brothers and sisters. I pray for them. I pray for them. I pray for them. I pray that they have all they need. I pray that their desires always be met. I pray that they know that they are loved. I pray that we, those of us who are not on the front lines, stand up and get behind them and support them with finances, support them with legal support, support them in all the ways they need support, with bringing food to them, bringing water to them, helping them with their childcare. I pray, and I believe in this prayer. I believe that we will be taken care of. I believe that all is divine and everything works out when it's time. And I pray that we all know that. I pray that we all understand that no matter how bad we want things to be a certain way, they are the way they need to be. All of this is God's will. Everything we are seeing, experiencing, is the will of the divine. And I pray that we all can submit to that will, and follow the guidance, follow the compass that exists within us, that'll lead us to where we need to be. I pray, I say thank you, and I say Ashe, 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 Peace, 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 brother Sefu Sankofa. Peace, peace, peace. Yes, sir. Praying for the political prisoners, praying for those who make immense sacrifices for the benefit of the people. So today's topic on this episode, this week's episode of Sunday Light, is the future of America is now. What do I mean by that? I mean exactly what it says. The future of America, the way we are going to live, the way we are going to experience this country is happening right now. The future is always created in the now. Tomorrow is always created now. Now is always, it always comes before tomorrow, right? The present is always before the future. So in order for the future to be, because it's going to come one way or another, the future is going to happen. Time is going to keep moving. Even if we cease to exist, even if we as individuals transition, even when we do transition, because we will, tomorrow will still come for somebody who we know and love. Somebody in our family will still be alive. Somebody in our neighborhood will still be alive. Somebody who we care about will still be alive tomorrow, even if we perish today. And so the future, the tomorrow that we want, starts now. What are we doing today to create a future that we can be proud of, to create a future that we can feel safe in, to create a future that more of us can thrive in? Because there are so many people today and yesterday, right, who did not thrive emotionally, mentally, who was not thriving physically, spiritually. And we as peacemakers, we as light bearers, we as liberators, we as activists, we as my brother Sefu would like to say, professional revolutionaries, we have a responsibility and an obligation to ensure that we do the work today in educating our community, in providing what's possible, a blueprint for what's possible, so that we can walk into a better future. And so the future of America is now. What do I mean by that? I mean that this past week, from last Sunday to this Sunday, I have been a part of some incredible efforts, some incredible things that are happening, from the Zoran Mamdani Democratic primary win on Tuesday, all right? That major shift right? Major shift in how people vote here in New York City, which is an indication, which is an implication of how people vote throughout the country. We're not voting. We have not voted. People did not vote the way they've historically voted. Just Democrat, 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 and the person who was most popular. That's not what they did. They didn't vote just the person who was most popular, who had the bigger name recognition, because that would have been Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo, former governor. Andrew Cuomo, part of, big, big, big political family here in New York. Powerful political family here in New York. They did not vote for him overwhelmingly. No, they voted for Zohran Mamdani. That is an indicator of the direction that we are moving in. As my brother Mark Marone said, socialism won big. Socialism, taking care of the people. Concepts like that, not each individual for themselves, not dog eat dog, not go out and get it how you live. No, but let's take care of each other. Let's provide some things free. Let's really help some people. Those concepts, those ideas, those ideals, they won big this past week. Beans Mama, what's going on? Beans Mama, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. So from the Zohran Mamdani campaign victory, right? Which is still so much more work to do, but from that campaign victory to the Friday, this past week was NFT NYC, where people came from around the world to celebrate, to gather, to educate, to explore the world of NFTs and Web3. And Friday was the last lap. Friday was an event called the Last Lap that was in the Bronx at La Bodega, that was put together by my good brother Jim Hernandez and his whole team, Marcus Smarts, and Charlie Rock and Sarah and everybody else who's part of that Pictures of New York team. Pictures of New York is an NFT collection. Taino Vision, what's going on, my brother? Pictures of New York is a NFT collection that at one point was one of the fastest growing NFT collections like around, that was out, right? Grew really fast. They just wrapped up their fourth phase. And they're moving into phase 5, which is is the next stage, man. Is it looks freaking phenomenal. The brothers have an incredible mindset in how they're using digital art, right? How they are building in the Web3 space. But at that Pictures of New York event in the Bronx, right? Jamel Shabazz, what's going on, my big brother? Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Sunday. At that event, Pictures of New York, there were a few things that happened that inspired me beyond measure. Number one, the brother Apollo came in with the freaking RoboCop helmet on that he made that had the freaking plugs in the back. It was lighting up and it was talking. And I'm like, yo, this is incredible. Like what we're doing with Web3 and what we're doing with minting, right? How we are printing digital assets and making them real, tangible in real life. It's freaking phenomenal. It's the future. It's now. Anything you could think of, right? Anything you could think of, you could make happen today. You could make it happen. That helmet that the brother had, right? Like that's something that it was in movies. It's something that people thought about doing. The average person thought about doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Now you can do it. Now he had a helmet. He walked in with a helmet on his head, fully covering his whole head, light up, right? He's talking through it. I'm like, yo, got the freaking USB plugs in the back. I'm like, yo, this is, we see it. We see the robots, right? We see the tech advancements. We see, I remember in LA a few years ago, we saw the freaking robot deliver fast food. We saw the robot deliver the food. Standing on one side of the street, you see the robot across the street, you see it computing, you see it walking, you see it stop at the light, right? You see it look, you see it cross the street, you see it turn, you see it come, gets in front of you, thing opens up, you take your food out the top, it closes and it walks away. We saw that in Los Angeles, California. The future of America is now. Miss Pat Raw, what's going on, big sister? Peace and love. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. We saw that. So the Web3 world, right? It's freaking phenomenal. What people are doing. The sister at the Pictures of New York event, La Bodega in the Bronx, the sister had her art, right? Visual artist, had her paintings, had her jackets, right? She painted and then printed the paintings on the jacket, right? And then she put them in a freaking VR game, right? So the outfit, she had an outfit there. She had some pants, she had a jacket. The outfit that she had on, or that she had at the event, was on her character in the VR game. And then she took the painting, she scanned it with her phone, right? And then the painting came to life. It was moving. She showed me a virtual world, right? Then she pressed some buttons, and then she scanned the room that we was in, and we was in the virtual world now. Yo, it was crazy. It's crazy. The future of America is now. And then fast forward to yesterday. Yesterday was the second annual VLocator Summit, curated by VLocator, a vegan tech app. It was here in Queens at Urban Vegan Roots here in Astoria, and it was absolutely phenomenal, right? Shout out to my brother Nick and his lady Ash for organizing, for curating, for putting all of the legwork in to make that summit happen. Second annual VLocator Summit happen. Yeah, it was it was incredible. They brought together 6 phenomenal panelists. Myself, King Jayton, Chef Kiafa, Phoenix Rosin, Brother Felipe, Vegan is King, and Magda with Plant Based Metro New York, right? 6 phenomenal panelists. Also brought together Sunny Speaks Vegan, who is an incredible vegan chef, an incredible human being and personality, who has a vegan oxtails that are blowing up all around the country, right? She did a live cooking demo, right? And then they also bought vegan trivia. They bought a trivia game, right? The future of America is now. The sister got vegan oxtails. She made them on the spot. And they were delicious, and the young people loved them that were there at the event. She gave out samples. Young people loved them. It was like, whoa, this is different. This is different. The future of America, the future of food, veganism, right? And what was so dope about yesterday's event, there was one white person on the panel that was Magda, Polish woman, and she said that a lot of times she's often the only vegan in the space, right? When she's at these real white events, right? Only vegan. And a lot of times at these events, at these spaces, right? And specifically vegan events, general panel discussions, is a lot of more white people than black people, right? A lot of times there's 1 or 2 black people there. Yesterday was the reverse, right? Like it was black organizers, black activists, black advocates organizing a vegan panel, vegan discussion. And there was 1 white woman in attendance. Future, we are shifting the narrative, right? We are shifting the narrative. Veganism is going from being, oh, that's that white people stuff. That's that white people food. That's that, to being that, veganism is food, right? It's a lifestyle, rather. It's not just food, plant-based food, but veganism is a lifestyle that promotes no harm, that promotes equality, that promotes equity amongst all living beings, animals, plants, and humans alike, right? And so the future of America is now. That was at a vegan restaurant in Astoria, led by a Puerto Rican brother, right? David Tianga, born and raised in New York, Queens, New York, owns a vegan restaurant in Queens, New York. Got black people organizing vegan events here in Queens, New York. The future of America is now. And so what does this all mean? What am I talking about? Why am I speaking about, or what's the connection between Mamdani, Web3, veganism? Is that each one of these components is different than what's normally been, than what we've been expecting, or what we've come to expect, how we've lived, how we've eaten, and how we engaged the internet in the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's changing. These 3 things, these 3 very different yet united components that happened, that just transpired this past week, is a sign that we are moving in a different direction. It is a sign that we are changing the way we do things. Again, Mamdani's win is big if you are paying attention to New York City politics. Reading, especially now, since he won, come read all of the stuff. They are scared of change. These people are afraid of change. They are afraid of transformation. They are afraid of losing their comfort. Billionaires willing to spend all the money in the world to get somebody to defeat Zoran. He said, I'm willing to pay any amount of money. I forgot his name, Tim Cook, something like that. I'm willing to pay all the money, whatever it takes, to fund somebody who could defeat Zoran in the general election. They are scared. They are shaking in their boots, talking about making buses free, talking about free universal childcare, and so much more that his campaign that he is talking about and that he wants to do. Community-led grocery stores. I tell you guys the story all the time. He funded the reason we got the freaking food program in Queensbridge right now, the community food hub, is because he funded it. $100,000. All right, $100,000 funded it a couple years ago, 3 years ago. That's massive. It's big. He wants to do that more on a bigger scale. Something that we want to do, right? Is make sure that people have food. They need their basic needs met, food, clothing, and shelter. He wants to make a more affordable city for everyone to live in. Not just for the rich billionaires, millionaires, and billionaires, no, but for the average American, for the average New Yorker who wants to raise their family here, they should be able to afford it, right? Without going through the bullcrap lottery that really doesn't work for the great majority of people. There are some people who get in, and the majority of people stay on waiting lists for decades. All right. The future of America is now. We are going in a different direction politically. And why I say the future of America is now, and not just the future of New York, because Mamdani's win represents what's possible across the country. And more than what's possible, it represents the problems that the whole country faces. Affordability. People cannot afford to live in America. In most, if not all, major cities, the rent is too damn high. Right? Childcare is too damn expensive. There are people who spend $1,000 a week on childcare. $1,000 a week on childcare. And they gotta do it, right? So let's say they're making okay money. They gotta do it because they gotta work. But then they're working just to pay for childcare, just to pay rent, just to buy food. Not really living. Not really living. So what he spoke about, what he talks about, what he campaigned about, what he's campaigning about is making the world a better place for everybody. And we know New York is the leader in the world. And so what we do here can take precedence and can shape the entire country. So the future of America is now. It is now. It is happening now. Right here. Yes, across the country, but right here in New York City. And then we talk about Web3. Next iteration in the development of the World Wide Web. Web 1, right? Where you can go, you can read things, right? You can watch video, you can chat. Web 2, video chat, right? A little more, you can shop and all of the things, right? You can do a lot more in Web 2. And then Web 3 is even more potent than that. You go even deeper, right? Deeper into the web, where now voiceovers and you're creating characters, and now you can build your own things, and you can be in it. You can be in the virtual world, trading assets and doing art galleries and having concerts and all of those things virtually in a digital world. Web3 is the next iteration of the internet. But just like people rejected or were afraid of the internet to begin with, they're afraid now. People don't like change. People don't like change. People do not. People are very resistant to change. We get comfortable and we get complacent in things being a certain way, and we do not want those things to change at all. But that's life, right? Isn't life evolution? I like old people. What's going on? What's going on, beloved? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Isn't life all about growth and evolution and change and transformation and transmutation and all of that stuff? Isn't it? I believe so. Right? So the future of America is now. And then we talk about veganism. We already know veganism gets a bad rap. Plant-based eating, vegan. Oh, I don't eat vegan food. You don't eat fruits and vegetables. You don't eat collard greens. Right? You don't eat food that doesn't have meat in it at all, ever. No food with no dairy in it, ever. Right? Like, the future of America is happening right now. Things are changing. A tide is turning. It's turning, it's shifting, it's changing. Things are happening in this country, in this city, that are showing us that a better way is not only possible, but it's happening right now. Is, can we tap in? Can we lock in and make it happen? We are the people. We have to do it. There's no aliens that's going to do it for us. right? There's no aliens that could get Zoran elected. There's no aliens that can make people more educated in Web3. There's no aliens that could help people understand how veganism is the better, lifestyle, not only for their physical bodies, but for mentally, for the mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and how it's the best bet for the country, right? So you want to save the planet. You care about environmentalism, right? You are an environmentalist. Yeah, you eat meat, you eat dairy, like you are doing a disservice to the land, to the planet, to the animals, right? To the other sentient beings. You are hurting them, destroying their life. And so we're talking about changing the way we eat. We're talking about changing the way we think. We're talking about changing the way we create and engage and express art, right? And we're talking about the way we vote politics, the way we are politically engaged, the way we are politically active. We are talking about shifting that. We are talking about creating a whole different paradigm in all of those different arenas, which are very well connected to human potential and human decency, right? Human potential, human decency, the human evolution, right? Human evolution, creativity, art is a part of that. How we eat is a part of that. Understand, guys, I know that people want to be and are so opposed to veganism. I don't want to change. This is the way my family been eating. This is how we eat. I get it. Even the United Nations came out and said that the world must begin to radically go vegan, adopt a vegan lifestyle if we are going to save ourselves, right? From ourselves and the worst impacts, the worst effects of climate change. We have to do things differently, guys. Factory farming is not it, right? It's the old way. Now, something I don't even, I'm not a fan of, but they even got 3D printed food products now. 3D printed meat. Somebody offered me some a couple of months ago. I was like, no, I don't want that. You want to give this out? You got to try. No, I don't want to eat that. I'm not giving that out at all. It's not what I do. It's not what I do. It's not what I'm gonna do. Right? We're not doing that. And I was very interested until she said, because she was talking about, there's this new meat thing, vegan meat. I was interested, right? I'm like, okay, cool. We can try some stuff. But then she mentioned that it's 3D printed. I said, I don't want that. But that's the future of food. That's the future of America. That's the direction that a lot of people are going. And they're saying, it's too many people that need to eat, that are not eating, that we could 3D print food. Excuse me. If we could 3D print food, we could feed a lot more people. And I'm like, you could feed a lot more people if you just made more food and you use more land, more resources to produce more food. That's how you could feed more people. Excuse me. Right? But all of these three very different, very distinct, yet very aligned, again, aspects of living, from politics we're talking about art, and we're talking about politics, we're talking about art, and we're talking about food, right? Which affects all of them, affects housing, food prices, roads, schools, right? Health, mental, physical, emotional health, spiritual health, right? Creativity, emotional stability, emotional, like intelligence, and all of those things through politics, food, and art. It's powerful. Future of America. Now, things are changing. The tide has turned in this country. And you have to understand that. We have to see that and grasp that and get involved in ensuring that, specifically as it relates to Zoran Mamdani, is that he goes forward this summer into the fall and wins the general election and becomes our next mayor of New York City. It should not be Andrew Cuomo. It cannot be Andrew Cuomo, and it definitely should not be Eric Adams. The challenge is that people are resistant to change. That's what we're talking about. The future is now, and people want to hold on to an old way of being, an old way of living, an old way of looking at things, an old way of seeing things. And we're like, no. You got to adapt a new way. Adapt a new way, adapt a different way. Do something different, think differently, so that we can live differently, and then we will have different things, and it'll be a completely different situation, different country, right? And people don't want that. Champ, 17 levels going on, Uncle. People don't want those differences. People don't like those differences, right? It bothers people. It scares people because they think about, what am I losing? What am I losing? And this is why those of us who are proponents of these shifts across the country, we have to do better jobs at explaining to them how these changes benefit them, right? Yes, every change is scary, right? Every change is scary. Freaking going from pre-K, going from first grade to second grade is scary. Going from elementary school to middle school is a little scary for some people. Going from middle school to high school is a little scary. Going from high school to college is a little scary. Going from married to single, scary. Single back to married, scary. Becoming a parent, scary. Losing a child, scary. Right? Like, it's things that we're afraid of, we are scared of, right? Hold on one second. Let me move that up. There we go. There we go. But yeah, people are resistant to change. People don't want things to be different. People get very complacent. They get very comfortable in how things have always been. And I want to remind you guys, just because something has always been a certain way doesn't mean it has to remain that way. Doesn't mean it has to remain that way. You can be the one to make the change. You can be the one to make the shift. Just because your family has eaten a certain way forever, you don't have to eat that way. Just because your family freaking praises like this and is part of this religion, you don't have to be like, you can do things different. You have the God-given right and ability and responsibility to live your life the way you see fit. Listen, things are changing, man. This country is freaking falling apart, and the people are desperately striving to rebuild it, to uphold it and rebuild it to something different. Not uphold the BS, but uphold like our livelihoods, right? Like, people need housing. Like, we talk about freaking violence and we talk about the ability to focus at a job or in school. We talk about our young people. People don't have good housing. People are not eating adequate food, right? So how do you expect a young person to focus? How do you expect a young person to focus at school when all they've had the last night and today is food that breaks down into sugar or sugar directly, right? They're sluggish, they're easily irritated. How? Come on. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna see, like, again, we're already seeing it. We see it in self-driving Ubers. I think in Texas, they got the Ubers that drive themselves. They got flying cars, my brothers and my sisters. Flying cars, something that we saw in the Jetsons, something that we heard about. Listen, I saw the freaking car become a freaking hoverboard. The future of America is now. It's now. It's right now. What are we doing today? What are we doing today to ensure that we have a beautiful, bright future, which everyone can afford? What are we doing, America? This is our country. Are we waiting for the government to do it? We complain about them all the time. We can't be waiting for them to do it because we know they is corrupt. Who are we waiting for? We are who we've been waiting for. We are them. We are him. We are her. We are all of the people. We are them. And together we can do so much. Together we can do so much. So much. Especially, we talk about in New York City with a mayor like Zohran Mamdani, who's not vegan, but cares about the people. Cares about the people. And somebody said, what's different about Zohran than the other mayors? I'll tell you first off the bat is that, number one, Zohran he's who he is, right? And I can't say that I know in like any of the other mayor candidates, right? Mayoral candidates. I knew a mayoral candidate back in 2020, Joycelyn Taylor. She ran for mayor. She did not clearly make it, right? But this is the second mayoral candidate that I actually know, right? And I will say that I like him. I like him when I speak to him. I like the thing that he does for the people, for my neighborhood, for our neighborhood, and for many other neighborhoods, right? As assembly member. And I believe that with Zohran Mamdani as mayor, we can do so many more bigger things here in the city. Because with Zohran Mamdani as mayor, said I know him, got his phone number, could text him, right? His campaign knows me. Saying that Zohran Mamdani as the mayor of New York City, it's like, what can we not do? What can we not do with someone who is that progressive, with someone who is that radical, right? In their thinking and their approach to government, to politics. What can we do with a person like that in office? What can we do? We could do everything, and we should do everything, and we will do a lot, right? We're going to do a lot. He wins. We are going to do a lot in the next 4 years, to uplift the people of New York City. And with him winning, with us uplifting the people of New York City, we are going to have we're going to set a precedent around the country for who should be in office. What do you do when that person gets in office? Right? How do you stand behind them? How do you help them move things along? How do you help them move things and make things happen? How are you contributing? Listen, guys, the future is now. Get involved, get involved, get engaged. Get involved and get engaged in the best ways that you know how. Right? Get involved and get engaged in as many ways as possibly, right, as possible. Get involved, get engaged. Right? Like remember that whether you live or die tomorrow, right? You could live tomorrow, you could wake up dead, right? Black people say they wake up dead. Other people say they died in their sleep. Nah, woke up dead, right? Whether you wake up dead or you wake up alive, right? Like life is going to continue. At some point, all of us who are alive today are going to cease to exist. Life will continue, right? If I die today, my children are still alive. If I die tomorrow, my children are still alive. If I die, my nephews are still alive, right? Like life is going to continue for somebody who you know, love, and care about. So what are you doing today to ensure that tomorrow is better for them, specifically our babies? What are you doing today to ensure that tomorrow is better for our babies? What are you doing? What are you doing? Zohar Mamdani's win represents something different. It represents what's possible for us, right? Princeton, New York, Web3 event in the Bronx, La Bodega, represents what's possible for us if you put your creativity out there. And if you put it to the test, like what can I do now? Okay, I got this thought, we did this thing, how can I expand it? Creative freedom, genius, right? Princeton, New York doing absolutely phenomenal things. They had maybe 100 people at the event, live painting, body paint over here. They got some other artwork over there, right? Like phenomenal things. They got the bar right there, the newsstand, got the barbershop guy cutting hair in the middle of the event, right? Well, back of the event, but the event is happening. He's cutting hair, like dope, powerful, right? And then yesterday was extremely powerful because again, the people that are brought together are all doing phenomenal things in our own journeys respectively, as vegans, as activists, as educators, as musicians, as artists, as chefs, right, as tech people, as all of the titles, all of the ways which we occupy space. It's magical. We are going to do some incredible things in this world together. Those 6 people who was on that panel yesterday with Nick as number 7, and then with Sunny as the vegan chef, as the live cooking demo chef, that was magical. That was fire. I've never seen a live cooking demo at Urban Vegan Roots. Maybe they have done one. I haven't seen it, but seeing that yesterday, oh man, that was dope. I'm tight though. They had a pizza. They had a freaking oxtail pizza that they ain't said to after freaking ordered and ate already. So yeah, it's on a secret menu. Secret menu? Why you ain't tell nobody? Right? Like why we ain't know? Because I would have definitely ordered that oxtail pizza, baby. Ooh, baby. But shout out to the sister. She got the vegan oxtails, y'all. Vegan oxtails in the bag. I bought a bag, $30. Bag of vegan oxtails, right? Like, come on. So yeah, man, the future of America really is now. We're talking about the future of food. We're talking about the future of politics, right? Which is government. We're talking about the future of art happening right now. All of it in New York City. So many incredible things happening around the world, around the country. This is our city. And we set the precedent for the country and the world. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do with this power? What are we going to do with this creativity? What are we going to do with a person like Zohar Mamdani running for office? He got this summer. He got to get in. We got to work this summer and this fall. We got to work. We got to campaign. We got to canvas. We got to door knock. We got to set up tables, information tables, right? Like we got work to do. Big work to do. But it's now. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's not next year. It's right now. The future of America is now. Excuse me. Right. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share this morning. That was my topic of discussion. Right. Don't want to beat a dead horse. I want to encourage you guys to get involved. politically involved, artistically involved, and become more aware of your food choices and how your food affects your mood, how what you eat affects your not just your physical health, but your emotional health, right? Your mental health, your spiritual health, which ultimately impacts every other area of life, every other area of your life, your finances, your parenting, every area of your life is impacted by one of these three, or not all three of these areas of living: politics, art, and food. The future of America is now. So what are you doing? What are you doing to be tapped into the future? Right? Some folks have changed their diet. Some folks have since gone vegan. Some folks have become pescatarian. They're eating just less meat, less sugar. They're only cooking at home. Right? But sometimes a little more needs to be done. Right? Sometimes a little, just a wee bit more needs to be done. But guys, brothers, sisters, we are living. This present moment is what will make tomorrow be what it's going to be. Something that we either love, like, appreciate, look forward to, all of the things, or something that we're like, man, I can't believe this crap. So we got work to do. We got work to do to get Zora in the office. We got work to do to learn about, right? To learn more about Web3, NFTs, and all of those things, right? And to learn more about food and how it affects you, how it impacts you, right? And know that you can have good food without animals dying. You can have good food without putting poison in your body. You can have good food without getting sick, right? You can have good food without getting sick, without feeling sick, without being sick, right? All of the things, right? But listen, guys, we are going to burn some Palo Santo. Thank you for listening this morning. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We're going to burn some Palo Santo, and we are going to get into a short meditation. All right. Let's put some meditation music on over here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. We're going to get some meditation music on, and we're going to get this thing going. Burn this Palo Santo. Get into a meditation. All right. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Whew. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the ears. Thank you for the eyes. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the minds. And as we burn this Palo Santo, I want you all, those who are tuned in, to think about the future you want to create for yourself. Think about what you want to do for yourself and for your family and for your neighborhood and for everyone else who you love. Think about it. Sit with it. If you are sitting, please allow your feet to be planted firmly on the floor beneath you, and your back to be straightened by the chair behind you. If you are sitting, allow your arms to rest gently in your lap or by your side. Allow your head to lean forward so that your chin is in your chest. And simply breathe. Simply breathe in possibility, breathe in abundance, breathe in life. And as you breathe out the challenges, breathe out the pain, breathe out the doubt, breathe out the fear, breathe out the inhibition, breathe out the comparison. And breathe in you. And as you breathe, and as your breathing begins to slow down and settle at a steady pace, turn your attention to your mind. Turn your attention to your mind and become aware of all of the mind stuff. Become aware of all of the thoughts, the hopes, the dreams, the fears of tomorrow, the pains and the regrets of yesterday, the joys and the pains of today. As your breathing has begun to settle at a steady pace and as your mind becomes still, I want you to create an image of your ideal future. What does it look like? What does your ideal future look like? Remember, no matter how it looks, you have the ability to shift it, to transform it, and to change it. Create the ideal future for yourself and feel the emotions that come from it. Who are you sharing it with? Who's there with you as you see your ideal future? Is it a spouse? Is it a parent? Is it a child? Siblings? Uncles? Aunts? Nieces? Nephews? Mm. Mm. Just sit in the space of Thanksgiving, the space of creation, the space of visualization. Feel the feelings of walking into your new home with your parent, your child, children, parents, spouse. Envision it clearly, see it, see the world that you want to live in, and make it manifest. Know that you are loved, know that you are cherished, know that you are sacred and you are adored. You are stronger than you think, you are more powerful than you know, and you are greater than you could ever imagine. Ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. Yo, 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 F Deans 86, Black Peoples Unite. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? Listen, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Sunday Light on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday, June 29th, 2025 is the last Sunday of June. Tomorrow is the 30th, last Monday, and then Tuesday is July, this coming weekend, July 4th weekend, and then we are in the middle of July like that, and then it's August, and then it's Vegan Festival, and then it's time just be moving. But listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do be sure to join us this week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on these same channels, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live, as we, SR Daily, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Tuesday is episode 400 of my talk show, the 400th episode of my talk show. We're going to make some stuff happen, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Peace.